Swipe left, swipe right.
Swipe left. She likes me.
All right. Are you ready to
Ready.
get some stuff done on this 80s masterpiece?
Yes.
Okay. What are we doing?
We are finishing up on the Crossmember
Finally.
finally, and then we're gonna have a little quick bit of update on the motor mounts being welded in finally.
Yeah, we're finally closing in the gaps here. That's turning out pretty good. There's some pretty big gaps to fill, but I'm just letting it cool off right now because I don't want the urethane to get too hot and wind up melting out. So I'm gonna let that one cool for a second. Jericho already drilled the holes out for the motor mount, for the lower motor mount onto the cross member. We just have to make sure that our bolts are going to clear, and so this size length bolt and everything is going to be perfect for us to bolt it in and still give us room enough for the lower control arm to fit without hitting the head of the bolt there. So there should be plenty of room. So we did drill both sides. What we wound up doing was trying to get it as center as possible. Let me go ahead and flip this around, because we kind of want the adjustability, because the holes right here in the motor mounts are an oval or oblong, so it can kind of, if we need to adjust it over more, because of, I'm afraid of all the welding, maybe it might have warped it a little bit, so that should be able to bring us back to center on our engine. And also our header, I did go ahead and flatten it out as much as possible right there. See right there? Focus a little bit. There we go. See, it came out pretty flat right there. And then also I went ahead and grinded down the weld on there. So we're going to be hopefully bolting this guy back up tonight and positioning our flange for our turbo and having that turbo mounted in that guy tonight.
Yes.
So that way we can start taking other measurements that we're going to need, like for our radiator that we're going to use. We are not going to use a Starion performance radiator. I don't know if anyone knows, but the prices on those are a little ridiculous. And I don't see the point in spending $450, $350 on a radiator that we're going to need to modify anyway. So I'm actually looking into a few possibilities. I am kind of liking the first generation Eclipse GST radiator. Not only is it cheap, but it does not have a filler neck on it, so it's just pretty much radiator in and out, and we're going to be blocking off the radiator inlet and outlet anyway, so we can run our dash 16 threaded bungs on it, because our filler neck is obviously back here on the K-tune, so we'll be filling in the radiator from there through the head. So yeah, there's no point in getting the radiator with a filler neck on it, because we're not really even going to use it anyway. So, and then also it'll save us time and money on the welding too. So we're going to go ahead and continue with this. I'm going to start welding on that. You see how the seriously gapped this thing is right here. So we got to fill that guy in. We've got the gap right here. Right here's pretty much flush, so that's not a big deal. So, but first we're actually going to take a break,
And we're gonna get some
because
Chinese
it is
food.
Chinese food time. All right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Right now, this is more important. Right now, this is more important than any Starion in the world. Is
Eat
us
up first.
eating. Yeah, that's right. Cool. All right. Oh, what are you eating on the NOS box?
No, we're not.
That NOS box is everywhere. Anyway, okay, guys, we'll be right back.
In a bit.
Delicious. All right. Delicious? I beat you.
No, I know.
Let's see what this has to say. Okay. What's my fortune gonna be? Let's see here. You will die from lung cancer. Quit breathing in that 80s dust. Art will change the way you see the world. Nice. I like that. I'm gonna keep it. It's my box right here. Alright. I'm gonna get back to work while Jericho finishes eating up his delicious golden chopstick Chinese food.
I might bring it to go.
There you go. Alright guys, and there we finally have it. Our reinforced, modified Starion Crossmember. Finally welded in some gusseting on the side, also threw some weld around there. Also on the other side, I'm going to touch it because it's really hot right now. We got gusseting on all corners of it, and a reinforcer right there. And that one went in too deep, but it's okay. So yeah, so what we're going to do now, we're going to cool it off. We're gonna splash it with paint, and then we're gonna bolt it in. I didn't have the correct bolts for it, so we're just gonna use whatever we can right now, just so we could put the Crossmember back up and plant the motor inside. We're not gonna put the lower control arms back in, so that's why it doesn't really matter what bolts we use right now. That way we can get the correct size and matching bolts as well. So see, the mounts are all done. They are all painted now. They look really good. Came out pretty nice. Not bad at all. Drying it off, gave it a nice little cool bath to get it cool enough for the touch.
Alrighty.
Look at that powder coating.
Look at that. Looks nice.
Dry a little bit. Put the left side mount back on. That turned out pretty good. I like it. Probably paint a little bit better, but it's alright. All that haze moving around, all that vapor you can see. Alright, Jericho's bolting in the right side now. Once again, these are S2000 motor swap or K-swap mounts made by Innovative. I guess the S2000s are swapping out their F20 or F22s and putting in K-series. So from what I hear, the F-series in the S2000s can't take a lot of boost like the Ks can. So I guess after the S2000 guys blow their engine, instead of spending quite a bit of money for a replacement motor, they just go to their junkyard, pick themselves up a 20 or a 24, and purchase this mount kit from Innovative, which also came with the two what mounts did it come with? Just these two mounts? Right. Oh yeah. Okay. We bought them separately. They do sell them in a kit where it also comes with a Crossmember for the transmission, the mount for the transmission, but we were able to purchase them separately because we obviously didn't need the ones for the Crossmember, so for the transmission Crossmember. So all right, you got it all done there? All done. All right, let's go ahead and get that Crossmember put in. There it goes. Almost lined up. Be all the way on the bottom, a little bit higher. We had to make that hole a little bit bigger so we can drop the engine a little bit, just that much more lower. And you want to probably put the bolt. We'll get the bolt for that side first. Need a hammer?
Yes.
Hold on. I'll get it. You got it? Alright, coming back. Where's the hammer anyway? You have a hammer in there? Oh, okay. spool. Alright, now let's try to get the other side up there. Let me get the little bolt for you. What happened? You need to twist it? Ooh. There it goes. You need to tap it on each hammer. Okay, I'll get you the hammer. 1 second. Possibly have a little bit of warpage on it, but it's okay. We left the tacks on there just to, in hopes that it'll return back to its original spot. And it's getting pretty close, right? I hope.
Yep.
Almost. It's going. It's going. Let's see what that thing looks like. Okay.
Oh,
It, oh yeah, there it goes. It's pretty close. Really close. I don't think the bolt will go in yet, but it's pretty close. What do you do with that?
Smaller one. So I could try to shift the engine this way.
Right. You know, I could probably hit the mount downward with the hammer or an extension or something, and that should rock it that way. You want to do that, or do you want to put something in the hole there? Pry it down.
Let me see.
And we probably should have cut the welds off. Let's think about this. Alright guys, we're having a little bit of trouble. Just a little bit of trouble trying to line up the hole. It's very close, but we believe we know why. When we were taking out the Crossmember, I had ratcheted up the ratchet strap there really tight. So I think it just it shifted up. So now it's Jericho's bolting it in right now. See how it's all crooked. So I believe when we bolt the Crossmember in, we can try to lower the engine down into its spot. But it's really close. So not bad at all. All right, guys, there we have it. We got both the mounts mounted in, and the Crossmember is bolted to the frame. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and release the engine bridge, get rid of it so you get that turbo on, man. I've been waiting all night for that. Huh? Alright. That's so awesome, dude. Alright, man, look at that. Need a step stool? Need a high chair?
Fun size problem.
Throwing the nut on real fast. Very cool, man. Oh my god, I'm so excited. And then we're gonna measure it real quick after we get rid of this bridge. We're gonna measure it, make sure, see if it stood, if it kept its measurements, or if we're gonna have to adjust it later on. But we can do that. And it looks like we freed up a lot more room there too. I think it was probably swinging over a bit when we had it dangling in the air. Cool. Let's get rid of this engine bridge. Stock manifold coming off.
Finally, after.
Finally. No kidding, man. Finally getting into some fun stuff.
You say we don't need these bolts?
Yeah, right. Yes, we need the bolts. Yeah, how many did we put on? I only put 2. Oh, there it comes. Oh!
It's off.
Alright. Alright, man. You know what to do. Here it comes.
That's why we needed those bolts. These are not the bolts we're gonna use.
No.
These are just for market. Drop star.
Mm-mm. Cool. Yeah, we only need a couple in there. Just at least the 2 top ones to suspend it. So just get the ratchet on it and go ahead and just lightly secure it on there.
What do I do with it?
I think everybody's been waiting for this moment too. Maybe more than us. This shows that we're serious about this. There's no turning back now. Or do you want to try to dig up the old motor and put it back in? Alright, let's get that flange there. Flange. There. Go ahead and set it on there. You know what we should probably do? We should probably bolt that piece to the turbo. Set that in. Oh no, maybe not, because then we might not know exactly where it's coming out from, huh? Okay. Let me let's take a educated guess on where we can put this, and just throw a few tacks on it and see what we can do. All right, guys, there we have it. Look at that. Oh, it looks really good. It looks really good. We cut it. We were cutting pretty close to this bracket right here, but it cleared. But we're actually gonna remove this bracket, so it'll be pretty clean there. It looks like our downpipe. I mean, we're gonna eliminate this as well. The ABS. I can use that, so we should be good. And then also down there where our wastegate is gonna go is gonna be plenty of room for that. And then all we're pretty much gonna do is pretty much you gotta picture it facing downward right here, the exiting exhaust part of it, like this. And then what it's pretty much gonna do is curl up like this up and recirculate back into the, not recirculate, but exit through the downpipe. It's gonna emerge. We're not gonna run it open at all because, like I said, we were planning on running like a Y out to here, and then also continuing on to full exhaust to a muffler. So, but wow, that is going to work, man. I mean, it puts it a little close to here, but that's, I mean, we can always put some sort of shielding. We can probably put a turbo blanket on it.
Close to what?
A little bit close to here. No, that'll work.
Nothing's gonna be there anymore.
That's true. So, but look at that, man. Oh, I love it. I love it. And then we can have our intercooler piping just elbow out to here. Plenty of room for that. Try that. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect.
Oh wow.
Cool. So yeah, and I was explaining that we can take the downpipe right to the other side of it, and then that wastegate exit can go right into the downpipe as well, like a 90-degree.
Yeah. If we have to, we could shorten it.
Yeah. Should we have pulled it closer, or I think that's all right? Because all this stuff is, what was this stuff originally on the Starion? Like the power steering stuff, huh?
So all that's gonna go away.
All that's gonna go away because all of our power steering stuff's on that side now. So cool. All right. Yeah, we don't. Yeah.
The ABS unit's going away.
Yeah, I'll probably feel better if we just had some sort of shielding on it, like a nice shield. You know what I'm talking about? Like a polished shield, like a stainless steel shield or something. And then, yeah, obviously we haven't clocked the oil housing up and down yet, so it's okay. It's just mocking up right now. See if we're happy with this, or if we, you know, I'm gonna sleep on it for sure. If I feel I need to actually move it closer to the motor, or if I'm gonna just leave it like that. I mean, it looks really good like that. So, what do you think, honestly?
I like it like that.
Yeah?
At least it's room.
Yeah, it doesn't get too hot, huh?
The manifold. Too hot.
Look at that, man. That is so cool. Keep focusing.
And on. Solid.
Let me get a picture for the thumbnail. There we go. Cool. It is on there, huh? You know what we forgot to do though? Oh, look at that, dude. It is solid, dude. Oh man, so excited. Let me get the tape measure. Let me look for my tape measure, and or else I won't be able to sleep tonight. I have to know if that lined up, you know, perfectly to there. So, forgot what this is going straight across. What does it measure to? The frame, is it 26 inches or 27 inches?
27.
27. So it's half of 27. 13 and a half. You put it lower. Bend it and put it lower. Actually, a little bit less than. Yeah, it's about right there. I think it's not. Yeah. It's still right on. Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. I mean, we still have some adjustability. I mean, give or take, it's probably off like a 16th or maybe an 8th. But that's nothing. No. So cool. Yeah. Now that we have all this stuff in, now we can start measuring up for our radiator, and I can do a lot more researching on that. Like I said, we were thinking of like an Eclipse. I believe it's almost the same dimension. It isn't going to mount on the side anymore like the original Starion did, and then we're going to have to remove that, and then we're probably going to use just drill holes into here for the little dowels that stick down on the radiator. Probably just put the rubber grommets in there for it to just sit in there like factory. That way we cover this whole area with just radiator core. So I think the Starion, it was tank about right here, and then they had the little ears or mount points coming out from there that measured here. But I want to pretty much take it all up, the whole space. So it's about 27 inches total. So we'll say 20. We'll just say 26 and a half to play it safe. And then the height, I believe it's 19 and a half. Or let's go ahead and check that. Yeah, from the side. No, it's right there. Oh, 18 and a half. 18 and a half. So that's about how much we have to play with. So, oh man, I'm so relieved that we got this far. Once again, no turning back now. We got to finish this thing. You know what? Grab the intake manifold flange real quick. Let's go and put that on, and let's just get a rough measurement for that guy. We need this cruise control. All the way on. There we go. All right, now the tank. And let's get it almost, I would say, close to that booster. Right there. Move these hoses out the way. And try to make it as straight as you can. See? Right there, and that should give us enough clearance. Where is the tape measure now? It's hard to do this and film at the same time. Alright. So hold it as straight as you can. You gotta put this, or swing this part out more. And then take it back. As far as you know, how close are you to that booster? Pretty close? Yeah, that's 7.5 inches. Let's see what we got here. You're at 7 right here. Let's see if you pull it out. Go in more, just a little bit. Back out, right there. How are you on that booster? About how much space do you have in between? Okay. Okay. So then we can definitely do 7.5 then. Okay. So we'll make the 7.5 inch long runners for that, so we can get cutting on that.
How about like this?
Just like that. Oh yeah, that'll work even better. There we go. Get the hood on.
Forget the head.
Or we'll cut the hood like this. So when you shut it, you know, just that whole side is exposed. All right, I feel like we're making progress now. I'm so glad once again that Crossmember is done. How was that? Fuel rail? Yeah, no, you have it upside down. It would look way better the other way. Yeah, no, that's gonna be great. We'll run a maybe a -8 hose, huh? Yeah, we can run a -8. Okay, well that's another story. Oh, there you go. Get it going the right way. There you go.
So I was like, why am I looking at holes? That looks nicer.
There we go. Cool. There's our rail that came with the intake manifold.
That's gotta go.
Yeah, that's gotta go. We're gonna swap out. Okay. We're gonna swap out this whole valve cover with probably just another one. We'll probably just modify it ourselves because we were thinking about going with the K-tuned valve cover, but it is a little pricey right now. So we're probably just gonna round one up from the junkyard, and then probably just modify it a little bit just so we can run have the -8 bungs welded onto it so we can run our catch can. So yeah, that'll work. I believe they put them on that side too, so it's probably good that we do have that spacing in between the turbo. So yeah, we can run a nice catch can. Maybe in where that goes right there, the ABS, we can put a nice catch can right there in the corner. That'll look good. Ah, dude. Okay, so all we have to do now for it to be totally solid is completely modify the transmission crossmember and make sure that we're not making contact with the transmission inside the transmission well. And then after that, after everything's all said and done, we have to remove everything. We have to send our transmission out. Actually, my friend who's a CNC machinist, I did get a hold of him, and he's gonna, as soon as we remove this motor, he's gonna come down, take measurements of that transmission shaft so he can machine us that pilot bearing for the flywheel. And we have to actually send the whole transmission out to Drift Motion, where they're gonna extend our shifter housing out about 4 inches to meet center on our shifter hole that we have in the floor. That's about it. And then we can order the clutch. In the meanwhile, I don't know how long that's going to take for Drift Motion to do that, but we can start really pressure wash. We can pressure wash this ugly motor finally, tear it down a little bit, service it, refresh it up a little bit. I don't know if we're going to go as far as maybe we'll change the bearings out and change the head gasket. Just all factory stuff, nothing fancy. We'll probably hone everything out ourselves, not worry about sending it to the machine shop or anything. Just work with what we got. Definitely want to change that chain and do, I believe it's a Type S oil pump upgrade to this. So I definitely want to make sure we have adequate oil pressure running through this engine at all times. So let me go down below and have a look at this crossmember now in all of its glory. Sure, we're still parallel, which we are. We are not making any contact with the oil pan whatsoever. Just how we left it. We are completely serviceable, which is perfect. You can see that, Jericho? The other side? That's so nice. Wow. Look at this sway bar out the way. So cool, man. It is. I love it. Alright, cool. Alright, man. We're gonna end it here for tonight. And, wow. A lot has gotten done finally. We're moving on to the fun stuff. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for us whatsoever, please leave it in the comment section below, or let your hate flow like always. Subscribe to our channel. It helps us greatly. It really motivates us. The more subscribers we start getting, it really motivates us. We can't wait to get this on the street. We do plan to have this done and running by the end of this year, so we only have a couple months to actually get it going, and we're not going to worry about the suspension. We just want to get it driving, and we do want to start, hitting up shows or car meets or something and really get this thing out there and really expose it. So yeah, so that's it, and thank you for watching, and have a good night.